Hello everybody, this your boy is back here, and in today's video guys, we are going to talk about how to be a full-time trader and at the same time do your regular job, or be committed to the job that you're doing, all right, in the corporate world. All right, so most of the times the idea is that many people want to come into trading because trading will help you to quit your 8 to 5 or your 9 to 5 job. All right, so many people want to come into trading because they will make more money. Yes, it is highly true, all right? But there is another side of the story that, guys, not necessarily everybody has the need to come into trading because of money, all right? Because there are people who are really passionate about the job that they do, all right? And it's not necessarily trading, all right? So think of it like this. What if you are passionate about being a doctor, but at the same time you have the trading skills, all right? You don't have to quit being a doctor to come and trade. Then when someone is sick, who's going to save that person, all right? When we need someone in the courtroom, all right? So you can say that, okay, I'm quitting being a lawyer and I want to become a full-time trader, all right? Unless being a lawyer is miserable to you, you don't like it, you just find yourself to be in by mistake. I remember a friend of mine back in the university, he was like, hey man, my parents are lawyers and they took me to Oxford to go and study, but I don't really want to be a lawyer, I want to be an IT. And I said, that's it, go for it, all right? So unless being a lawyer you were forced into it, which later on you find yourself that is such a miserable thing to you, or you're a doctor and you don't like what you're doing, all right? So you can be a pilot and be a trader. You can be an engineer and be a trader. You can be a businessman, a real estate man, an entrepreneur, and still be a trader, all right? So now this video is aimed to let you understand that there is a way to trade and make more income, but at the same time doing your regular work. There are some people that they don't like. They are working in the corporate world, they are working in the company, they love what they do, they love contributing in the company, their skills that they have, they like to be there to share ideas and all those kind of things. They love to be in the midst of the people, because one thing about trading is that you are alone. You will be in your room, you will be in your house alone trading, unless you have a community of traders. But most of the times when you start your journey, or eventually even if you are in the intermediary space or even an advanced trader, you'll find yourself most of the times trading alone, you see. And there are those that per their persona, they love to be in a space whereby they are sharing ideas with other people, all right? So if you happen to be that type of person, the question is, can you still trade while you are still doing your job, while you are still committed to your regular job? Yes. And this is what, guys, I'm going to show you in this video, all right? How to be trading and at the same time doing your fantastic regular 9 to 5 job without having any issue, all right? So guys, if you're excited about this video, let's jump right into it and hit the like button, all right? Without further ado, let's go in. Okay, so guys, I will take you later on into the chat to show you how you can be this type of trader, all right? That, you'll be trading, but yet you have a whole, vast amount of time to be involved in whatever extra curriculum activity that you want to do, that you are passionate about, all right? So as I said at the beginning, at the starting of the video, you can even be a footballer. You can be a very talented footballer. Maybe you have a passion for being a coach. You don't have to necessarily, say that I'm quitting trading to come and be a coach. Or you have a gym, that you run a gym company, all right? And you have a lot of people coming in. Maybe it's not giving you the amount of money that you need, but you have the trading skills. That doesn't mean you have to shut it down and come and be a trader. Are you getting my point? That doesn't mean you have to shut it down and come and be a trader. As a matter of fact, you can be a trader, you can be trading, and the money that you will make there in the gym, you come and put it in trading and amplify that money, all right? So that's the purpose of this trading. So guys, what are we talking about in this video? What we are talking about in this video is what we call swing trading. And it's one of the things that is so sad that many people start to, their eyes are exposed, or their understanding, or let me put it in this way, many people get exposed to this system of trading after they've been through all the other various style or typeristic of trading system. All right, so it's like it becomes, the eureka moment for them becomes, after they've gone through all these phases, and after they've gone through all this trading style, and then having made money with all the other trading styles, then eventually they come up and they say that, oh, finally I am a swing trader. But then the question becomes, why didn't you start before being a swing trader? Because I'll tell you what, most of the times the understanding is not there, all right, that I can start being a swing trader. Trading is something that, most of the times you are self-taught, or if you have a mentor, then the mentor can lead you into it. But if your mentor is like, let's say, if your mentor trades a different trading strategy, then, which is not the swing trading, maybe your mentor could be a scalper and he's trading profitably. Don't get me wrong, all right? So if your mentor is a scalper, you'll be trading for, let's say, 4 years, 5 years, making profit, but all of this time, you are a scalper, all right? So then will come a eureka moment in your life, a point in your life whereby you discover swing trading that, it gives you all this vast amount of time and yet you will still be making money, okay? So, it depends on these factors. Do you understand me? So others too, if they are self-taught, they start by, being day traders, and eventually they find out that, oh man, well, I've made a lot of money, but I want to venture into something else. But here is the problem, that if I go and venture into other things, those things will need my prime time. And if I have to sit in front of the monitor, how can I make it? You see where the problem is? So then they begin to look for a different trading system that will give them more time, and that is what will lead them into being swing traders, all right? But if you are a pilot, if you are an architect, if you are an engineer, doctor, whatever thing, career man you may be or career lady you may be, and you burst into trading, then let's say if you are the kind of style that you burst into it is a scalping or an intraday, you will be, in a way or the other, you will be locked to sit in front of the computer almost every day, all right? And this, in a way or the other, won't give you time to be able to focus on the thing that you were doing best before you came into trading, all right? So that is why we need swing trading, all right? So guys, how is it like? How is this swing trading that we talk about, how is it like? All right, so basically swing trading is very, very simple, all right? Now, what you have to understand is this: we have different time frames in the forex market, all right? And whatever information that is constructed in, let's say, the minor time frame or the minute time frames is the same thing that is being seen in the higher time frame. And the reaction of whatever thing you may see that you use to trade in the smaller time frames is the same thing that will happen in the higher time frame, and vice versa. All right, so then where is the cutting point? All right, so how do I know that, okay, this is where a swing trader has to focus? All right, where is the area that a swing trader has to focus in the time frame? Because at the end of the day, whatever system you may be using to trade, whatever trading strategy that you trade with, it is focused on a time frame. It is in a time frame, right? So as a swing trader, where is our time frame? Where do we look in? All right, and what is the characteristics of this time frame? Okay, so I'm saying this one important characteristics of this time frame, then we will jump into the dashboard of my computer, and I will show you how to view things as a swing trader. All right, then at the end of the video, I will give you the positive and the negatives about swing trading. All right, so one of the most important characteristics of swing trading that makes swing trading, very, very vital or important or essential to those who have other important commitments. Because guys, you need to understand that money is not it all right? Terrible as you if all that you have in this world is money. You are miserable. If all that you have in this world is money, I'm not saying that money is not good. Money is very, very, very important, but it's not the most important thing in this world. There are other things that are very, very, very important. Are you getting me? One of these things is people, human beings, connections. Are you getting me? There are things that you may have all the money in the world, but if a man says that he's not going to do it for you, believe me, there is no way you can bypass it. Do you understand? Because all the systems that we have in this world are run by human beings. So if all that you have is money and you don't have no relationships, then I don't know. All right. So anyway, let's put the motivational things aside. All right, for now. So guys, swing trading time frames help you to have more time to dedicate to whatever thing you are doing. All right. That is why we wanna be swing traders. We wanna be looking into swing trading and focus on all the other activities that we do in our life. All right. One of the other important things, the main characteristics about swing trading, is that whatever strategy that you trade, all right, it takes a longer time for it to play out. Okay, so if you were in the smaller time frames, it would have happened, whatever strategy you use would happen very quickly. But in this bigger time frame, when you transition whatever thing you are doing in the smaller time frame in the bigger time frame, it takes very, very long time for them to come to fruition. All right, so that is why if you are working and you want to trade at the same time because you love your job, that is why you want to look into swing trading. All right, having said that, let's go to my display. All right, okay, so guys, here we are on my monitor. All right, and I will just go right straight into it. Okay, so guys, in the market, all right, we will take an example, and I like to play with the example of patterns. All right, chart patterns. Okay, so or let's even look at a trend. Okay, so let's go to smaller time frames. All right, now let's see if in the smaller time frame we can find a trend. All right, maybe not in this currency pair. Okay, you see, so this market is downtrending. All right, it's going down. Okay, we can see it. So if you are a trend trader and you trade in a smaller time frame, all right, your strategy is built on a smaller time frame. Now you have a work. Now you have a job. So you want to want to give more attention to your work because you are passionate about your job that you've gotten. You love it. So you're saying, "Ah, man, I wish I could do this and have the time to do my job." Yes, you can. All that you have to do is relocate your strategy to a different time frame and shift your mental thinking. All right, so since we find a trend in a smaller time frame, all right, this is to show you that, okay, look, you see, in 5 minutes in this currency pair, we are in 5 minutes, and you see we are seeing a trend. All right, so just to buttress on what I told you, that whatever thing you will see in the smaller pictures in the smaller time frame, you will see the same thing in the bigger time frame. All right, now I'm showing you some examples in the smaller time frames. All right, so we've seen two instances whereby we've seen a trending market in 50 minutes and in 5 minutes. All right, and if you do your research well, guys, you will find this thing out. Example is another example, quick example. My eyes just fall on it. Double bottom. All right, so if you trade the chart patterns, double bottom, then what it tells you is a reversal market. The market will go up. What happened? The market ended up going up. You see? So if you were doing this type of strategy in the smaller time frame, what you have to do is transition them with the same mindset to a bigger time frame. So where does the swing time frame, the time frame that will give you time to focus on your other activities that you are passionate about, that you want to do, and you don't want to do just trading. All right, what are these time frames? These time frames starts from H4, daily, and weekly. All right, so now this is how the thing is. All right, now guys, let me say this: if there is something that all along the line you don't understand, please make sure you put it in the comment section. All right, so guys, watch this. If whatever strategy that you trade, all right, most of the time you do the analysis in a higher time frame, then you tend you come and take your entry in a lower time frame. All right, most of the time, in most cases, not always is it like that. All right, so let's say if you shift your, because now I've told you that the time frame for swinging is H4, daily and weekly. All right, so let's say you want to make your entry in H1. All right, if you want to make your entry in H1, then you have to focus on daily and H4. Now let me explain a little bit for you to get the understanding behind the swing, the understanding behind looking at these 3 time frames. All right, now this means that H4 means that before you will see one candle like this complete, all right, we have to wait for 4 hours. Now think of it, most of the times when we go to work, all right, we spend 8 hours at work, right? 4, 4. All right, so this is telling you if your strategy is now in the 4 hours. All right, now you remember I show you guys a double bottom here, right? You guys see it, a double bottom. Now I'm going to show you the same thing in a higher time frame. All right, and you see that it played out. Look, so the market did this and did this and did this and broke out and came up. Look, we are going on a higher time frame, 4 hours. Look, guys, this is double head, double top. All right, check this out. The market did this, and boom, the market dropped. So that is what I'm saying, that whatever strategy you are doing in the smaller time frame, you can do it in the higher time frame. But the difference is that in the higher time frame, it takes long. That is what I was on explaining before I saw this picture. All right. So when we go to work, we normally spend at max, 12 hours. All right. But in a regular job, you spend 8 hours. Okay. So if you now transition your strategy to H4, what you will be saying is that for me to just see 2 candles like this, all right? For me to just see these 2 candles, guys, I need to wait 8 hours. For me to see just this 1 candle complete, I need to wait 4 hours, okay? So you can imagine the amount of time that it took to create this double top here. For me to come back in a smaller time frame and find my entry in, it probably must have taken me weeks, you see, because guys, we are in 4 hours, and you have to understand that what you see here, what you see in this window is a week. All right, what you see in this separator is a week. All right, so it took 1 week, almost 2 weeks for me to enter into this setup. You see, so if you have your regular job, you can have all the time to go and handle your business, and all this time the market is building this thing and you are at work. So what you will have to do is, maybe in a week, you can check the charts like 3-4 times in a week, just to see if your strategy has played out. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, so when your strategy is about to play out, then you go to the lower time frame and you find your entry. That is what we basically mean about swing trading. That is the whole idea about swing trading. Guys, if you got it and you understood it, the only way that I will know is that if you hit a like button, or if you leave a comment in the comment section that yes, I finally got it. All right, so let me know in the comment section. All right, then, so this is 4 hours. So if you want more time, all right, now let me say this, the interesting thing too about the bigger time frames, which we will talk about in the advantages side. All right, now another thing too just came into my mind. I just saw another thing. You remember in the smaller time frames we saw a trend, right? Now look at here too. You see, we are on the 4 hour time frame and we are seeing the same thing. We are seeing trend. In the smaller time frame, it was going down, but in the higher time frame, it's going up. Same thing. All right. So one of the interesting thing about the higher time frames, which we will talk about in the advantages also, is that it is less vulnerable to manipulations. and noises. All right, that is why every time our setup is about to play out, we want to go into the smaller time frame. Why? Because in the higher time frame, you see in 4 hours you will see one candle, but if you go into 1 hour you will see 4 candles. But if you are in the 1 hour time frame, in the 4 hour time frame, you will just see one candle. You see, so the more you go in a smaller time frame, the more candle you see and the more noise you will see. So staying in the higher time frames gives us informations that are more trusting. All right, so guys, it's the same thing for if you want to transition to daily. All right, if you come into daily, then you may wanna, if you do your analysis in daily, then you may want to take your entry in H4 or in 1 hour. Same thing. All right, or in at max 30 minutes. Okay, M30. If you do your analysis in weekly, okay, if you're looking for your setup in weekly, you see in weekly we saw the same thing again, double top. All right, we see the double top again here, 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 here. All right, then what happened? The market dropped. You see, so if you are trading in the weekly, if you want your setup in the weekly, then you want to make your entry in the H4 or in the H1. All right, what I normally like to do is, if I'm making my analysis in the daily, I like to make my entry in H1 M30. All right, and when I'm doing my analysis here, I like to make in the H4, I like to make my entry in M30 and M15. All right, so if you're making your analysis in weekly, you may want to make your entry in H4 or in H1. All right, so guys, this is it about how it looks like being a swing trader. All right, so now guys, let's talk about the advantages, all right, and the disadvantages. Okay, so the disadvantages are very few, so I'll start with the disadvantages. The disadvantages is that you won't have access to more information in terms of, you know, if I'm trading in the daily. All right, in the daily, for me to see in a day, the daily means that in a cycle of 24 hours, I will just see one candle. All right, so by the end of the 24 hours, I will just see one candle. I mean, just think of it. So how many days will it take for my strategy to play out? If I have to enter into the market and I have to be dependent only on the daily, then it will take me months before I enter into the market. You see, so that is why it has this advantage that it doesn't give us more information. So that is why if we are trading in the higher time frame and our strategy is about to play out, we drop into smaller time frames so that we can have access to more information that goes in line with our direction and enter. All right, so the other disadvantage is that you won't have your trades executed faster. All right, and I believe that is the reason why you came in the swinging world. All right, so that you won't have to be always monitoring your charts and all those kind of things. All right, so the disadvantage is that things don't happen quick in the higher time frame. It takes long. So if you don't have patience to wait, then swing trading is not for you. Having said that, let's look at the advantages. All right, if any disadvantage in swing trading comes into your mind, guys, let me know in the comment section. All right, so what about the advantages? So the advantages is that you don't see much noise. Okay, in other words, you don't see many candles, so you won't be distracted with unnecessary manipulations and unnecessary candles. All right, it is less subject to manipulations. All right, it is very, very, very formidable. All right, and it gives you the direction of where the overall market could be going. All right, so it's like, let's say if you come into a room and the room is full of water, you can already have an idea of what is going to happen eventually if you don't do something. Are you seeing? Versus looking at a room that, you know, it just have some small, you know, pipe dropping in or some small drop of water leaking in the room. You know, you won't even think of, oh, if I don't stop it, this room will get full or something like that. You know, you don't worry yourself about that. But if you come and the room is already full of water, you'll be like, oh, I better do something about this. If not, this whole house, you see. So it gives you a very clear cut of what could happen in the future, what the market could do. All right. So another advantage is that most people use it. You can see it, you can use it, or you can see it, you can use it as a form of investment vehicle. All right. So you jump into it and you let your money be in for months, for weeks, and you don't worry about it. All right. So that is it. Another thing is that you are less likely to be jumped out by the news. All right. So in other words, if you master the art of swing trading, you are less vulnerable to the news events. All right. Eventually, the news events will even fall into your favor. All right. So that is it. The other advantage of swing trading is that it gives you more time to focus on other activities that you are doing. You don't have to watch the chart all the time. All right. And it takes a whole lot of stress away because you are not in front of the market watching the chart, what the market will do, how your money is fluctuating, and all those kind of things. It reduces the blood pressure in forex trading. Being a swing trader, all right, it reduces a lot of the blood pressure in swing trading. All right. And one of the very nice thing about swing trading is that obviously, because you are trading in the higher time frame, if you are very smart, you will make your entries in a smaller time frame, risk very little, and catch a big amount of pips. So at the end of the day, you will risk very little, like 50 pips, and you will be able to catch like 300, 500, 700,000 pips into the future. Yes, I said it. Yes, it's doable, but obviously it doesn't just play out like that. No, it takes time for it to happen. Guys, thank you very much for your time. I really hope that you were really blessed by this video and you did get a lot of value out of it. Guys, let me know in the comment section whatever thing that wasn't clear and you need more understanding on it. All right, guys, smash the like button if you did enjoy this video, and I approve everything that I said in this video. All right, so guys, if you two have anything else to add up to help this whole thing, then guys, do it. You are well welcome. Put it in the comment section. All right, make sure you follow me on my social media platforms. If you have anything, any query that you want to discuss with me, you can ask me over there, especially on Instagram, because I'm more active there. Having said that, guys, thank you very much, and I'm gonna see you on the other side of the video. Bless up.